Mochi Gate on the south side of the walled city of Lahore is of significance during the rule of the Mughal Empire. Strangely, the gate is humbly named after a guard, Pandit Moti Ram. He was a senior guard during the reign of Emperor Akbar, who watched over the gate until his death. Mochi is a derivative of the Urdu word mochi, which means trench soldier. Reputed havelis of the Mughal Empire like Mubarak and Nisar Haveli are inside Mochi Gate, and a number, as well as a number of Imam Bargahs. These are sacred places within their structures, and on the 10th of Muharram every year, a mourning procession starts from the Nisar Haveli. So the Mochi Gate is a very interesting gate historically, particularly for Sufism. And some of the greatest teachers came here to teach Islam. Aurangzeb, who was known to have been taught here by his teacher, and the tomb of Sayyid Terazi is also here, who came from Turkestan. And Turkestan would have been today's Uzbekistan, Central Asia, North Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. So all of those areas of Turkestan would have been where these Sufi saints would have come. So Terazi, whose tomb is here, they would be contemporaries with Rumi, one of the most well-known, famous, and still on the New York Times top 10 bestseller books in all of the world, internationally. And his contemporaries were right here in the Mochi Gate. One of the finest and oldest havelis of the walled city of Lahore is Nisar Haveli, otherwise known as Mubarak Haveli, located inside Mochi Gate. This haveli really does make one wish for walls to speak, because this haveli has stories galore. So this is the Mubarak Haveli, which apparently has incredibly rich history like everything in the walled city, but this place was one of the most beautiful, largest havelis. The Haveli Mubarak sort of became looted by all the locals, and they started taking bricks away. And at that time, the Maharaja, Ranjit Singh, decided to take it over. And at the same time, he started inviting people from all over the world, Afghans, and at the time, the Afghan throne was being fought over. And the family of the Shah Shuja was here, and the Maharaja played a really awful trick, and he actually stole the Koh-i-Noor diamond from the Afghan ruler in this haveli. The tomb of Sayyid Ahmad Terazi existed in the Mohali Chalab Babylon near Nisar Haveli. Sayyid Ahmad Terazi is one of the oldest and great saints of the subcontinent. So this is the tomb of Sayyid Terazi, and it's one of the oldest Sufis in the whole entire Indian subcontinent. And his contemporaries would have come from Turkestan, as would he have. And these saints would have been on the same level as the very famous poet Rumi. And when they say they come from Turkestan to Lahore, that would have been today's Uzbekistan, Central Asia, North Afghanistan, and that's where all of the Sufi saints came from to teach Islam right here in the Mochi Gate.
Mochi Bagh, or garden, is located right in the middle of Mochi Gate. And many historical leaders of Pakistan and pre-independence politicians, such as Jinnah even, have delivered speeches right here. In the late 1980s, Mochi Bagh was a testing ground. Lahoris believed that unless you can hold your own against a Mochi Gate crowd, then you were not worth your weight as a politician.
Wow. Wow, the warbling sound of all of these pigeons. And I've nearly been hit by like 4 of them already. But it's worth the view. Oh dear. I've offended him. Incredible, wow. That is absolutely amazing, wow. I can't believe they could build this stuff like 400 years ago. I think the reason you can't go inside some of these havelis is because they're no longer safe. Sadly, they don't have the money to keep up and restore all of these havelis.
The Haveli Wajid Ali Shah was named after the 5th king of the princely kingdom of Oudh in present-day Uttar Pradesh in India. The Haveli was mainly used by the traders of East India Company as their relaxation spot between their trading ventures.
So this is the Haveli of Wajid Ali Shah, and he came here and took over this Haveli and had it built. He was the king of Oudh, which is today Uttar Pradesh in India. And it's incredibly gorgeous and ornate. And what is most fascinating about the history of this Haveli is this is where the British India Company would come. They were often frequent guests of the ruler, and they would come here for rest. And they're the ones who first started the trading company through British India.
Kambo, this mosque of Mullah Muhammad Salih Kambo, who was the teacher of Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. Historians say that this mosque was once as spectacular as the Wazir Khan Mosque, but due to negligence and lack of maintenance, its grandeur faded through time, though some of the original frescoes are still visible on the outer walls and some inner chambers. Masjid Mullah Majid is the mosque of Mullah Majid, which is near Nisar Haveli. Mullah Majid was a foreign trader who often visited Lahore for business. Being a religious man, he wanted a good place to pray during his travels, so he invested his earnings into constructing this mosque. This mosque, too, has lost most of its original fabric, but the great history remains with it.
Aapka naam hai?
My name is Khadija.
Oh, very nice English. My name's Kirsten. And is this your local mosque? No. And do you go to school around here?
Yes.
What's your school called?
Yeah, I'm school.
Oh, nice. Is this the school? Your house? No. We're gonna go and see the Haveli. So we're doing a story about the gate here, the gate, Mochi. Okay, shukriya. Thank you for talking to us. Okay, Khuda Hafiz. Oh. Look at this, amazing. I didn't know that would open and lift off. This is like an almond nougat. Look at all these handmade sweets, my goodness. This is like I've died and gone to heaven. So for real. More free food. This time it's cake orientated. Wonderful. Kya ye?
इसको बोलते हैं हलवा कद्दू का हलवा पेठे का ये बड़ी अच्छी चीज़ है it is so good it is special for us
It tastes like there's butter in there, caramel.
so much protein in this halwa this is khoya
Wow. Khoya.
it is heavy heavy dish
Is
also
it-
is so tasty
It's delicious. And is there fruit?
now
Nuts? Nuts?
nuts little only ghee
Almond?
khoya or peta three items in this
So what are the three items?
three items
Almond?
how much protein in this how much
Wow. That is delicious. Do you make all of these sweets yourselves?
everything is
Everything is homemade.
special one for barfi khoya
Uh-huh.
this is so special one
That's delicious. What is this?
khoya barfi
Khoya.
barfi
Barfi.
it is special for patisa
It's like pistachio. Oh my
Amazing.
god. Look at all this food I'm getting. My little girl would be so jealous. That is so good.
so tasty halis ki
That is so gorgeous. So
all
gorgeous.
items are so tasty halis
How many years is shop open?
1960
1960.
1960
Is your family?
this is my elder my grandfather father
Oh my gosh. And you have children?
children
Are all the friends in school their best friend because they own the sweet
all
shop?
in this inshallah hamare our sister so tasty
This is amazing. I don't know if I'm supposed to eat like this whole thing and like use each spoon.
I give you a gift for you gift for you keep it
Okay.
no fridge
Okay.
no clarification
It's a
Take
gift.
it and keep all garam इसको oven में oven from a little bit taste it
Okay. Shukriya. Thank you so much.
then keep it
Oh my God. He's making a box of sweets for me to take for free. He's literally giving me this box for free of handmade from his family, generations of handmade sweets, all made from nuts, local things, and he's telling me to keep it. That is so kind of you. Shukriya, Brian.
you bless us it is for no addition oh yeah any more you try
No,
any more
no, my God, no! You're gonna make me a big woman. Shukriya, bye. Shukriya, shukriya. So kind of you. Shukriya. I'll never forget you. Never forget you. Inshallah. I will never forget him. Wow. My God, look at this amazing bag. Box full of handmade sweets. And he said, this is a gift for you, just for being my guest. you can actually smell incense. Oh, it's amazing. It smells like myrrh. I love the color of this. Oh, the mosque. Lovely colors, really pretty. They've just finished prayer, so I don't want to interrupt. They've just finished their prayer, so I don't want to interrupt them. So I'll just quietly, I'll admire everything and walk away surreptitiously.
The Mosque Imamia, located in Mohalla Shia, inside the Mochi Gate of Lahore, was built in 1878 by Maulana Abu al-Qasim. Abu al-Qasim settled in the walled city and started good works for Muslims. Friday prayers, Eid prayer, and five prayers have gone unperturbed by local politics since the time of Maulana Qasim. Kamran,
Yes, Kirsten.
it's late tonight, but thank you so much for coming. And here we are on yet another gate on a wonderful journey so far. It's been very successful. Thank you. So I want to talk to you about Mochi Gate.
Okay.
Starting with the name of Mochi Gate.
Yeah, this name Mochi Gate. Mochi in our vernacular.
So Mochi, I'm saying it wrong as usual.
It's cobbler, the one who makes shoes. But this actually, there's a version it stems from, because there were no cobblers as such there. There was somebody who was, during the Emperor Akbar, Mughal Emperor Akbar's times, there was one guy who was Motilal, the guard over there, who used to guard the gate. So then from Moti it turned into, over time, into a Mochi. Okay. So it takes its names, derives
it's a fun word, Mochi.
Yeah, Mochi.
It's like Monchichi, Mocha.
Yeah, so that's what it is now popularly known as. It's one of the 12 gates. 6 survive, as I mentioned to you earlier. 6 do not, and Mochi Gate is one of those where the gate itself was pulled out or torn off, but the exit is very much there. So it's one of those very busy places from people enter or exit from the walled city. One of the things in Mochi Gate is it's outstanding is the cuisine, the confectionaries, and the breakfast, and even all kinds of cuisine and food. But apart from that is also the traditional kite flying. There'll be a lot of...
Well, I actually, just quickly before, I want to tell you, I had the most amazing experience in your walled city with the confectionery. So I went in and there was a huge queue and it was very competitive. It felt like a Jewish deli in New York City. Everyone's elbowing everyone out of the way. There's almost no manners, but not in an awful way. Everyone gets the madness, you know. And I was given a box of this traditional candy, a full box for free. And people were walking away with, I mean, it looked like Christmas. They were walking away with 20 or 30. So people bring it all the way back to England, or this candy is big deal.
Absolutely.
And tell me about the Kohinoor diamond.
Yeah,
that was right, the Kohinoor diamond. Now it looks like a run, you know, slightly.
Yeah, so Kohinoor diamond is supposedly the most expensive diamond which today exists in Britain, but it was taken away from India when the British Raj was here. And in India, it dates back to 5 or 6 centuries. And
he got it from the Afghan Shah, and he tricked the Afghan.
That's right.
It's still the Afghan refugees coming into this Indian subcontinent.
That's right. So one time that
usurped
the Afghan, it was Shah Shuja, who was given what you call refuge here in this haveli. And
then
the Sikh
subsequently
ruler
became a prisoner.
Yeah, then he became a prisoner, and the diamond was taken away from him
Liberator one day,
by
president.
Ranjit Singh, the Sikh ruler,
Yeah, Ranjit.
from whom the British took over, and so that is how it passed on. But that Haveli is the historic place where this passing on
Of the Kohinoor diamond.
of the Kohinoor diamond took place.
Wow. It's romantic, it's tragic,
Yeah,
it's human
it
nature,
is,
it's all the usual stories, isn't it? It's in one. So I want to ask you about Mochi Bagh. Seems like a debate center, but I've read that if politicians can't win the audience at Mochi Bagh, they can't succeed overall.
Yeah. That's been how it was for a long time. For instance, this particular space, we call it Mochi Bagh, Maidan, which actually means an open space, let's say a bit less than a football field, which exists there. Such a huge space wasn't available anywhere else, and so lots of political, let's say, meetings and processions or jalsas used to take place over there.
Once again, thank you very much.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for coming so late. This has been an incredible journey. The main thing that inspires me to travel on to the next gate are the people of the walled city. Their kindness makes me want to know more about them and where they come from. I am excited for our next gate.